Hello, my beautiful souls. Lisa from Soul Centered Kinesiology. I just had the most incredible session with one of my soulmate clients. It felt like I was speaking to a soul that I have known for lifetimes. It felt like I was talking to myself. It felt like we were in oneness. It felt so natural that I'm just so ignited and I feel on top of the world right now. And I just want to share that frequency with you so that you can really experience what you are here to experience. So, the theme for the session was about stepping into Dharma, life purpose, soul's purpose. And I want you to just release what you think it is, release your logical, rational perspective on Dharma, release all of that because it's not that, like you might be aware of it, you might be already well ahead of your time and in your clarity, and have already achieved so much. But the thing is, we are always evolving, we are always stepping into deeper truths, and this might be a new chapter for you. This might be the next level for you. This might be the change for you. This may be about the transformation for you. And what was is no longer here now. And so we're always moving forward. We're always moving ahead of our time. Now, things come up at every threshold, emotions, belief systems, behaviors, thought forms. All of this stuff comes up when we are about to have a breakthrough. My client received her clarity. My client received her breakthrough. She realized exactly who she is, what she's made of, what her truth is, and she literally just got initiated into that next chapter. And it's so natural. What we realized is that her gifts are gifts that she was born with. Like, it's so easy for her to hold space, to heal emotions, to transmute emotions, to manifest. It's so easy for her to be there for somebody, support that person. She didn't have to learn it from a book, or she didn't have to do a course in order to provide that. It's in her being. And it's the same with me. The reason why clients get results with me is because I am being 100% my authentic self, and I'm using my God-given talents, what comes natural to me. And for the ego, that can be um for the ego can be questioning that. The ego can be spiraling around that. The ego can be doubting it, rejecting it, when the truth sets you free. And the truth is simple. The truth is who you are. And the truth is that your gifts are innate. And it's the thing that is just so natural to you that you're here to do. That's what you're here to do, to live your natural self, to live your supernatural self, which is to be supernatural, meaning just supernatural. Supernatural. It's not outside of you, it's not bigger than you. Your extraordinary self lives in you. And so let's just take a few deep breaths to ground this transmission, because I am so excited that we are in our true self era. I'm so excited that we are in our divine feminine balanced era. I'm so excited that the masculine is out of the burnout stage and finally listening and receiving the guidance, the oracle guidance, the mystical guidance, the lover guidance. These are the archetypes that we're embodying right now, the internal guidance in order to step into that expression fully. We are here to fully express. We are here to fully express. And it's a moment by moment experience. It's a moment by moment experience. So I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to ground. And I want you to just connect with your creativity, wherever your creativity lives in your body. If there was a part of you that was creative and there was area of your body where your inner creative juice, your inner creative muse, your muse, the muse that you are, and that thing that ignites you to effortlessly act from that inspiration. Find that place in your body and just breathe into that area, because we're going to wake him up. We're going to wake you up in your creativity and recognize that it is so natural to operate from your sensuality, your sexuality, your sensuality, your sexuality, your creativity. This is you making love with life. This is you making love with love. This is you co-creating with the divine, letting the divine move through you to express yourself. And it's about you getting out of your own way by not attaching a story or an outcome or a desire to that creative path. The creative path is art for art's sake, meaning do the thing because it is part of your beingness. It is part of who you are. It is what you are. You are creating because it feels like pleasure. It feels like bliss. It feels true and natural to you. So I want you to take a deep breath in. This is a channeling. This is a transmission. Take what resonates and allow yourself to fly. Some of you guys want to activate your supernatural gifts, your telekinesis, your telepathy, your spiritual gifts, but just recognize that when you are living your present, true, authentic self, beloved, what happens is first it comes the self-realization, the self-actualization, the self-liberation, and then the cities, which are the spiritual gifts, the supernatural gifts, right? You don't want to be in the level of consciousness where you are activated in your supernatural gifts, but it is still part of the story of the ego. You want to be in that non-duality where you recognize divinity is all there is. You want to be transcendent to duality, where you have no longer judged the plane of existence that you're in. You're in the infinite potential by being empty, by being present, by being grounded, by being here and now. And within the here and now, you live in the unknown. The unknown is where the magic is. The unknown is where revelation is. The unknown is where you're going to discover, be surprised, be surprised, be surprised, be in the spontaneous now. And all of a sudden, you've been just taken by the wave, or the river has completely moved you into a place, right time, right place, right time, right place, right time, right place. And imagine what life is like when you're always in the right time, right place. You're always in the right time at the right place. You're always in the divine timing. We have been taught that divine timing needs to be earned, divine timing needs to be resonant, divine timing needs to be created, waited for. But I live in the field of divine timing is here and now, always and forever, and I don't judge it. So why have we placed a vision on divine timing when divine timing is meant to sweep us off our feet and show us and teach us the truth of what is available for us in every moment? Meaning we have this grand vision of when I get there, when I get there, let me tell you, there will never be a feeling of I have made it. You have to choose that feeling every single day. There will never be a feeling of, I have made it. Even if you've climbed the mountain, you got to go down from the mountain. There will never be a feeling of, I am there. I am there. There is no such thing as there. You have to choose it every single day. You have to choose it every single day. I have made it. I have made it. I have made it. And what is it that you are leading me, showing me, guiding me today, Creator? Super consciousness, super consciousness. Teach me, show me, lead me, guide me. What is it about today? What is it about today? And so I really want you to let go of when I get there or the destination. It's all in the journey. And yet, so many of you don't like to realize that truth. One of my clients said, I'm assuming what you're saying is enjoy the journey, right? But that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And I felt it, and there's no judgment because I love when my clients are real and truthful and honest, right? Because that's the activation. We have to be honest with ourselves no matter what, no matter what. And so, yeah, let's enjoy the journey. But imagine if it's all in the journey, as in, what does it feel like to be so timeless, so unattached, so in your bliss, in your magnetism, in your truth in every moment, that every moment feels like an adventure, that every moment feels like magic, that every moment is that revelation, that every moment is that pure bliss. And yes, the realism here is that maybe every moment isn't that. But what we have come to realize in this work with one of my other clients on WhatsApp is even the contracted states are helping us process. The emotional states are helping us realize who we are. The heaviness is helping us get into the light. The duality is bringing us into the non-dual state, meaning the polarities, oh, I feel really, really good, I don't feel good, they're actually taking us to our bliss anyway. The other day, I felt like I was spiraling mentally, and I don't get that usually. Something triggered it, right? An old emotion. And I decided to go get a massage. And I decided to do my own personal healing. I got the tuning forks out. I, gave myself therapy. I did all this alchemy work on myself. And then I realized, you know what? I'm gaining so much from this feeling of discomfort. I'm gaining so much of it, so much so that I woke up this morning feeling like a 10 out of 10 because I did the alchemy work beforehand. Now, alchemy is not always necessary, and yet you will have discernment when to alchemize, when not to alchemize. Sometimes you just have to sit with it. Sometimes you just have to take the lesson for what it is. The lesson for me was detach. The lesson for me was bring back your focus on your self-love because it went out there. It went into external need, external craving, external longing, right? Like an addiction, you know? And now it's like, I feel so complete. I feel so content. I feel so empowered. I feel so completed because I gave myself the alchemy and I realized how strong I am, where I don't need some external force to give to me. Even though I got a massage, I created that. I created that, you know? And my client said to me just before that when it comes to money, we're the ones that are gifting ourselves the money. It's not external. So there's context behind it, but it's like when you live in the infinite field of all possibility and you are source embodied, which is what your true self era is, your unique spark of divinity and humanity fully expressed through the vessel that is capable of expressing that totality. When you do that, you recognize that you're the one that's providing for yourself. It's not outside of you. You're the one that's gifting yourself the resources. You're the one that's paying you. You're paying yourself. And everyone is you. Everyone is you. Because there's only oneness. There's only oneness. So if you want those opportunities to come your way, you've got to say yes to yourself around it. I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready. And then a conduit of divine orchestration will meet you there and provide that for you. And it will be an exchange. It always is an exchange. You can always be in the magic, you can always be in the mysterious, and you can always be in the sacred synchronicity. And that's available to you in every moment. So I want you to just take a deep breath in. We're going to complete this transmission with a message. 9 of Earth, Garden. I want you to just take a deep breath in. Garden. As you breathe in and out, we're activating for you the learnings, the consciousness of you have worked hard and can now enjoy the fruits of your labor. This card is about acknowledging your achievements. You have worked hard to get to this point. You have been tending your inner and outer garden. Now, as you look around, you see the fruits and blooms of your labor. This card indicates the well-deserved successes earned through your efforts. Allow yourself time to relax and enjoy some luxuries. Often we work hard to achieve something, the goalposts can keep moving, or there are continuously bigger projects to accomplish. The seemingly endless momentum of doing can become tiresome, and our enjoyment can be depleted. We may find ourselves stuck, obsessing over the idea of the future we are moving towards. It is important to pause between endeavors, even if it's just a day or an afternoon or doing something nice for yourself. Allow yourself to reset before shifting your focus from one set of energies to the next. This card signifies being in harmony with nature, working in alignment with it, and being aware of the environment around you. It's a good idea to take a reset time in nature if you can. If you are not already taking the environmental impacts of your projects into account, this card encourages you to consider how you make your next chapter of accomplishments more eco-friendly. You might also want to incorporate nature's nourishing energy into your personal life by weaving it into your day before or after work. This card encourages you to consider your work-life balance. Sometimes there are stints where we have to focus, and other times it's about stillness and reprioritizing yourself outside of work. This card reminds you of your self-worth. Permit yourself a moment of appreciation. So I want you to integrate that deeply because we've got one more message. So just take a deep breath in and just, you're being called to celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate. You're being asked to acknowledge yourself, recognize your achievements, and also recalibrate your achievement, as in it's time to flow in your achievements. It's time to trust them, and it's time to give yourself permission to have more of that balance, to create from that balance. Before, it was done in hustle mode, in hard work mode, but now you're being asked to achieve from a joyful, balanced state. And you can do this because it's the new paradigm, and your soul is calling for it, and so is your nervous system. So just take a deep breath in. The next card is called Microcosm. Microcosm. So that's interesting. That was 72 and that's 74. An epic journey is a series of small steps. Start where you are and trust that the path will reveal itself as you go. This is what came up in session today. You know, my client asked me, how do I get there? How do I don't see the vision. How do I get there? This is before she started. Now she's completely clear, completely trusting, like it's two different energies now. And I said to her, look, you'll only know the how once it's lived. You will only know the how once it's fully lived. So just live it. Live your how. And then you're going to get to a point where you can then teach someone else that how because you lived it. Your book, your life biography, your life book will be the how, but you have to live it. And you're going to have to live it in the spontaneous now, because if your life was a Netflix movie or a Netflix show, like a series, the character loves to be surprised. The character doesn't want to know when she's going to meet her divine life partner, the twin flame of her dreams. The character wants to be pleasantly surprised, like, oh my goodness, it was you all along. I didn't even see you coming. I was just next to you and you were there all along. And I had no idea you were on my radar. And here you are. And so you've got to trust the journey. The how is being lived. You'll only know the how after the fact. So this card signifies all the minute aspects of embarking on a new endeavor. Manifesting your dreams is accomplished by taking a series of achievable steps forward. Piece by piece, they will make up the whole. Sometimes when we start a project, it can be daunting, but when it is broken into manageable, less intimidating parts, it feels much more approachable. Sometimes we do not even know what we are doing, but we follow the inner whispers, walking in the dark with a strong trust that the light and the reasons for our endeavors will reveal themselves. This was literally what I told my client. So it's like perfectly in alignment. At the moment, I'm walking in the dark. I don't know what's next. I don't have a plan. Look, I actually do have a vision and I do have a plan, but I don't, because I gave it all up to the divine. I said, look, God, like my number one value system is being God-led, divinely led, humanity led, right? Like I want truth and truth only. I'm done spinning in circles in the labyrinth of life and getting to all those dead ends because of my ego, of society and culture's conditioning of like status and prestige and fame and fortune and all that BS, right? It's like, no, I want truth and truth only, baby. So God, show me the truth. Show me where to go. Teach me, show me, guide me. I'm an open vessel. I'm here to build my vessel. I'm working on my nervous system. I'm building my vessel to be great. I'm building my vessel to be extraordinary. That extraordinary self lives in me and I know it and I can feel it. I always felt my extraordinary self. That's why it was so intimidating. I knew that I was going to have, like, I was going to make an impact even before I went into this work. I just knew that. It was in my soul. And so show me the path. I don't know what the path is, but you do. The divine does. The higher picture does. The infinite intelligence does. The intelligence that created me does. And so we're going to trust that you have what you need and the rest will develop in time. Just start it, and purely being in the activation flow of this dream project will unlock more information. So start your dream today by simply being in the unknown, being curious, be open-minded as you go, with micromanaging or getting in your own way. Without micromanaging or getting in your own way. The initiation can begin when we open ourselves to the universe and say yes to our actions. Opportunities start to manifest, and then the next piece is shown. And guess what? I'm seeing that evidence. I'm seeing that evidence. This is the green light from the universe to initiate this dream seed idea. In this magical spark of conception, our consciousness wants to be birthed through your inspired endeavors. You received the universal call because of your passionate motivation for more than simply achieving a goal. This is just the beginning. You will continue to activate more of who you are and your greater potential beyond what you might even have imagined your capabilities to be. You're going to be shown how capable you are. You're going to be built into it. And let me tell you, if you're watching this, this is for you. So I'm really like, I most likely need to ground right now because I'm so high in this love frequency. I'm gonna ground my energy, and I've got more channelings for you guys. Every time I channel in session, I'm just blown away at what comes through. Being a portal for divinity and humanity is such an honor, and at the same time, it is such a story, as in, I'm willing to let go of everything. I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to let go for the truth to set us free. As in, I don't want to be stuck into any identity. I'm willing to be in the silence, be in the stillness, receive the downloads, and do it through humble love making with life. Love making with life. I make love with life. I create love. I am in love with life. These are the downloads that I'm sending you. And comment if you have any questions, if you have any requests. And I'm excited for Inner Pilgrimage. It's purely channeled and it's a 9-week program. It is currently on early bird for 1,500 for 9 weeks. When you break it down, the sessions are like 200 something a session, which is really affordable. I can give you a payment plan if need be. And then the full price is 2,222. So 2,222. And these 9 weeks are essentially regulating your nervous system to build your vessel to the frequency of divine love. I'm currently in that frequency, as in, I'm living it at the moment, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. It's like everyone is the divine, everyone is the light. I'm like, what is going on? Everyone is like the divine. I'm just having so much fun, so much fun, so much joy, so much bliss. So we're building your vessel to experience divine love. We're shifting your frequency into divine love and sacred union, inner union. So that's self-love. That's your connection to yourself, your higher self. And we're also building your self-worth, and we're healing any emotional blocks as well. And there's so much more that wants to come through. It's purely channeled. So these 9 weeks is an inner pilgrimage to your true self era, and to be deeply embodied in that, and allowing your nervous system to hold such greatness. Because in order for you to live your extraordinary self, your nervous system needs to be calibrated to that level. So that's what we're doing. And we're using esoteric wisdom, spiritual wisdom, with all the different tools that want to come through. So reach out for that as well. The link is coming through any day now. I already have people on the wait list, and I'm just seeing who wants to come through, because it's for the specific soul. I mean, I'm not for everybody, but I'm definitely I'm definitely here for people who either know that they're leaders or don't know that they're leaders, but you're definitely a leader, whether it's in your family or your community. In whatever leadership position that you're in, you're a spiritual leader, you're connected to the sacred, and you're living your full potential. You're here to, like, you have the guts, you have the balls, you have the desire to actually, you're like, okay, I recognize my potential. I know that I'm here for extraordinary things, whether it's magic in the mundane or not, whatever it looks like, whatever your version of that is, because we're all living different experiences. you know that you have so much potential and you're like, I'm going to say yes to my potential. I'm going to live it. I'm going to live it. So I'm going to love you and say until next time and reach out, guys. I love connecting with my soul tribe. Ah.